Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a sweatproof and waterproof summer makeup. Now I will just share with you guys all my tips and tricks on how to make your makeup last on a hot summer day. So first I'm just going to put on this headband. I got this headband sent to me, so it was a gift, but I think you guys can find something like this at Marshall's or something. First, you want to make sure that your skin is nice and clean and moisturized. So I already did that like 30 minutes ago, so everything already set, and I am ready to go in with my primer. I am a very dry person, and I like to make sure that my skin does not dry out when I'm out in the sun, so I like to use hydrating products, but the products have to still have that tacky feeling so the makeup can really cling onto it. I would really recommend this primer for you guys. This is the Iliya Cucumber Water Stick. It gives you that super tacky feeling onto the skin, but it's still really hydrating and cooling. And I also love that it comes in a stick form, so you just kind of apply it and you're good to go. As you apply this, it feels like water, but then once it sets, it becomes super tacky. Your makeup will last all day long. I like to focus this around my T-zone and this area right here, because this is where I usually sweat when it's hot. Right away, I feel that tackiness without even touching my face. I feel it like tight. So I would really recommend this primer for those of you that are dry but still want your makeup to last all day. I have two foundation options. One is drugstore, one isn't. This one is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, and it also has SPF 15. This is a full coverage, oil-free foundation. What I really love about this foundation is that it's one, very lightweight, two, it has SPF in it, so your skin is somewhat protected even though it's only 15, but that's still better than nothing. And this is a very long wearing foundation, so this is going to last a lot longer compared to like a BB cream or CC cream that you would usually wear throughout the day. But I also love my L'Oreal 24-Hour Total Control foundation. As you can see, I like squeezed a lot of it. I need to go get a new one. This is in the shade Sun Beige, and I love it because it's still very lightweight, full coverage, and it's a matte foundation. I'm actually just gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown one today, and I am using the shade Warm Beige. I like to work in small sections. And also, to prevent cakiness, just apply one sheer layer of foundation and then touch up with full coverage concealer on the areas where you want extra coverage. That is really going to help with minimizing cakiness. As you guys can see, this foundation still looks super natural and skin-like. I love it. After that's all blended out, let's move on to cream contouring. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Toast, and this is like one of my favorite shades to cream contour with. I'm not going to use too much of this product. I just want something as a base for my bronzer that we're going to put on top. And I just like to do this in sections, because once this sets, it's really hard to blend out. And just press that into the skin first, along your cheekbone. If you really want your makeup to last all day long, I would recommend using layers and just layering up the product. So instead of just going in with powder bronzer, I added a layer of cream bronzer. So if the powder bronzer ever fades, I still have this as like a backup, you know? If that makes sense. I'm also using the Luxie 610 Flat Sculpting Brush. This is an amazing brush to cream contour. I do not like to wear a lot of concealer throughout the day because my under eyes, it just really makes my concealer crease. So I like to use as little product as I can underneath my eyes. What I do is I go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. This stuff is so high coverage and it's very long lasting. Once it sets, it does not move at all. I like to use the shade Fair Warm. And then right on top of it, to brighten up underneath my eyes, I go in with the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. This is more of like a highlighter pen. It's very light coverage. It just brightens up underneath the eyes, and this does not crease at all. So I love using these two products. So this is where I only place the Urban Decay concealer, and I'm going to grab my finger and just pat that underneath my eyes. the warmth from your finger really melts the product into the skin and it looks the most natural. And I also like to take the concealer up into the inner corner because that's where we have a lot of our darkness as well. So as you guys can see, that already brightened it up instantly without going in with so much concealer underneath my eyes. Once everything is like 90% blended out, I just go over with a beauty blender to make sure everything is blended in. Oh, I feel like I slept 20 hours. Okay, now I'm going in with the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. Love this stuff so much, and I can't believe it's from the drugstore because this stuff is so bomb. I am going to apply that right on top of like the apples of my cheeks and taking that up. And I'm also going to take some on the tip of my nose and my chin. And maybe around here too, because I do get some darkness here. And next thing you know, I put it all over my face. So now I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Blender. Since this concealer is such a lightweight, like moussey, airy formula, I like to use a sponge to blend this out. But if the concealer is like super thick and creamy, I like to go in with my finger first. Before we set anything on our face, I'm gonna go in with this powdery blush. This is by the brand Lancolm. This is the macaroon blush and blender. This is in the shade Rose Whipped Cream, and it looks like this. Cream blushes last a lot longer and they look really natural on the skin. I'm gonna just apply this first before we go in with anything else. And I just gave it like such a rosy, natural look. To set underneath my eyes, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Sheer Powder. It's really lightweight and translucent underneath the eyes. I don't like to go in with heavy powders throughout the day because then I just feel like it looks so cakey on me. So I like to use something that's very lightweight. So I'm gonna just grab some of that powder. And then you want to take some along the upper eyelid as well. Right now my face still feels tacky from all the creams that we used. You want to make sure that it's set. So what I like to use is a really natural looking powder to set the rest of my face. A translucent powder will work just as good. I'm going to use the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in the shade Classic Ivory. Grabbing a powder brush, I'm just lightly pressing this powder onto my face. You want to make sure every single section is set. I'm sure there are waterproof bronzers out there on the market, but I'm gonna just go in with a really affordable one that I don't have to like worry about or be sad about if like my bronzer becomes patchy. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite drugstore butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is the darkest shade that they have. Just start bronzing up the forehead and temple area and working my way down. So now I'm just bronzing up the areas where the sun would naturally hit. And I'm going to contour with the Benefit Hoola just because I want to be a little extra right now. For the eyebrows, I'm using the Tarte Rich Brown Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. This stuff always makes my brows look snatched. To set these brows in place, I'm going to go in with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter Brow Gel, which is my favorite. Okay, I really like this eyeshadow. This is from the brand CYO, and I think it's a Walgreens brand, but it's just a beautiful gold eyeshadow. This one is called College Crush. And then in my waterline, I'm going to use this Pretty Vulgar eyeliner. It's just a nude. For mascara, you want to use a waterproof one if you're going to be swimming or anything like that. I'm going to just use my regular Bad Gal Bang by Benefit mascara. I'm going to apply a very thin coat of this. To be honest, I think I would just rock my natural lashes with this look for a day-to-day like summer look, but I think I'm going to still use my falsies in this video because a lot of you guys have been asking which ones I've been recently wearing, and I want to share them with you guys, even though I already talked about them in my March favorites. So these are the lashes that I get. I find these at TJ Maxx, Marshall. This was $7.99 and you have 5 pairs of lashes. They remind me of the Demi Wispies from Ardell, but the Demi Wispies are so short on me they don't even show up on my eyes. But these, as you guys can see, are much longer and they look like eyelash extensions when wearing them. So this is by the brand Lashes for Days, and they're the Cosmania brand. I'm going to be a little bit extra when it comes to highlights. So I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. This is a much more softer, subtle looking highlight, so I can apply this basically anywhere where I want like that natural dewy look. So I'm going to apply this the center of my forehead, the tip of my nose, right over here, and my chin. And then for the actual highlight, I'm going to go in with the Hyper Real Glow MAC. This is a palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade right over here in the middle. I'm going to just use that same brush and apply this to the highest point of my cheekbone. And of course, you can do anything you want for lips. I prefer a glossy nude lip, so we're going to be doing that today. I'm going to grab MAC Stripdown Lip Pencil, line my lips. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it up with some gloss anyways. And then I'm going to go in with the MAC Yash lipstick. And for the gloss, I'm going in with the NYX Buttergloss in Fortune Cookie. And lastly, you do not want to forget to set your face. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is going to make your makeup last. It's going to lock everything in and seal the deal for you. Alright, so this is the finished sweat-proof, waterproof makeup tutorial. I'm obsessed with this look. It's actually so easy to achieve. If you guys found this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos from me and hit the notifications button as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.